Welcome back to the Red Hawk Sports Network for this phenomenal display of rain, but also football. We got Montclair State taking on Salisbury. I'm Connor Cupin alongside Vincent Picone. How's it going, my friend?
We're doing great today, aren't we? I mean, it's a little rainy, a little cold. I mean, the walk here was not the best, but we're about to watch a great football game. You know, these two teams, they have a little bit of a history, and we're getting ready.
A little bit of a history, and not only that, it looks like we're in for a great one this year. Montclair State currently 3-2, Salisbury 2-3, and it's going to be a tight one because both teams seem evenly matched. But let's take a dive back into the history of this matchup. So this one's a little bit of streakiness for no doubt. So first game these two teams ever played all the way back in '86, Salisbury took the win. And then after that, Montclair, 8 straight victories. It wasn't even a competition, really. It was just Montclair's dominance. And then guess what happens after that, Vincent?
8-game losing streak.
7-game losing streak for Montclair State. And now Salisbury reclaims the throne. So 8-8, the all-time record between both these teams. But it's not like it's a rivalry where it's been back and forth. Even though they're 8-8 against each other, it's been 2 different periods of dominance. So maybe now, this year, the tide can break. Whoever wins today gets to at least have the bragging rights for 1 year. And Montclair State 3-2 on the season, coming off 2 straight wins. Salisbury had a 3-game losing streak, but was able to beat William Patterson last time out. It's going to be a good one, no doubt about it.
Yeah, an NJAC matchup. I mean, Montclair. This is the best time to be watching Montclair State sports, and really any NJAC sport. It's all NJAC battles. You're seeing really the best fights of the best fights out there. This is going to be a great game. New perspective on what's happening here. Montclair is not the same team as last year. Last year, totally different team. This is a new team, and we've seen that so far this year. I mean, last year, Montclair only had 2 wins in total.
And now they have 3 already, yeah.
Bingo. And they're on a 2-game winning streak right now, and 2 wins against NJAC opponents. Looking for a third out here. Only problem is Salisbury. Salisbury hasn't lost to a New Jersey school since 2016. 2016.
And history tends to repeat itself a lot, but it's always a day. Streaks are meant to be broken. You know that.
Exactly. They haven't lost to a New Jersey school since Rowan back in 2016. That's crazy. But Montclair has a really good chance here. Weather not really on anyone's side. The ball's going to be kind of flying around out there, a little slippery. Hard to get a little grip. You might see some fumbles out there.
You're going to see a lot of running. What rain always calls for is the run, straight up. So the offensive lines are going to have their work cut out for them today, but it's nothing. Let's if we take a dive into how each team has fared on the season. Montclair State averaging 26.6 points per game while letting up a little bit around 23. So pretty even on both sides of the ball, while Salisbury scoring 20, allowing 24. So it's not really numbers that are anything glaring. We're having a really even matchup today thus far.
Yeah, don't think of this one. Don't just look at the stats here. You got to watch the game on the field. This one is not, a very predictable battle. And both teams have had, in this last week, Montclair had 2 NJAC Player of the Weeks. Nicholas Burgess and Henry Lewis. Speaking of the running game, Henry Lewis, the running back, last game out, he rushed for a career-high 176 yards and a touchdown. We're going to see him a lot.
He's averaging 76 yards a game this year in 5 games, taking 50 carries for 385 yards on the season, and he's only lost yards 4 times. That's 4 yards for loss. So his net average got 381 yards on the season, 2 touchdowns to go with it, including an 80-yard run. He's been the primary back for this team thus far. We're going to see the kid a lot, especially in the rain, of course.
You're up there.
No doubt about that.
You get lost, Jamie?
Yeah, and we're really going to – it's a very exciting game we have. We're about to get started here. Connor, how much of an effect do you think the rain's going to have in the game?
Oh, man. Well, we're going to see not as much throwing, especially because for Montclair, Andrew Sanborn not playing today. I believe for Montclair right now, you're going to see Aiden McLaughlin at quarterback for the Red Hawks. It's a game time decision. We're most likely going to see what's going to happen with that one. But when you have a backup quarterback in, and rain is involved, and as much rain as we're seeing right now. Gonna see the run play a pivotal factor for both sides, offensive lines, and just with that turf as well.
Yeah, and looking at Aiden McLaughlin, he only had one start, or not even a start. He's only played one game so far this season. It was homecoming. You know, they had a big blowout. They bring out McLaughlin. He's got a 50% completion rate, but he's only had
two passes.
attempts.
So of course, not much to see so far. If you look at McLaughlin's stats on the year, or I believe even going back to last year, he's only attempted just a few passes as a whole. So we've really seen nothing from him in game as much. He's attempted last season, I believe it was 4 passes, this year 2. So 6 total passes. This is going to be his true debut out there today. And I'm excited, especially when your team is gelling, they're doing good. And now, of course, unfortunately, it's next man up mentality. Unfortunate injury strikes, but now it's time to buckle down and show they can still win regardless of who's out and who's in.
Yeah, you got to hope that the momentum's on your side. I mean, you don't really need to look to as many completions tonight due to the rain. You're going to look to run the ball, which we've talked about a lot. Big part about running the ball is the offensive line, which Montclair has a very good offensive line. You're going to see, they get a little bit more time in the pocket, and we'll see how that really works out against Salisbury's defense. But McLaughlin only has played 7 games in the last 2 years. It's going to be an exciting one if he does get the start. If he doesn't get the start, we'll see, and we'll update you on game time.
Now, aside from McLaughlin starting, on the offensive side of the ball for Montclair State, you have Henry Lewis in the backfield, wide receivers Zach Lewis, Nazir Bryant, Clarence Wilkins, and Anthony Roger. Going to be a phenomenal group. You watch them eat against TCNJ. I mean, just dominate. Like, you saw constant pressure everywhere. The defensive backs for TCNJ had their hands full, and there's almost nothing they could have done. Up front also here, Aiden Samila playing left tackle, Vincent Manganella, Chris Armstrong, Sam Ray, and Jack Freed. The big 5 up front that make all this so possible. Haven't allowed too many sacks on the year at all.
Yeah, and that's crucial to winning. Yeah, that's how they've really turned this, turned this season into a really great season. They've made it very possible to keep going, and you gotta see Coach Palazzo has been such a great pivotal turn for Montclair. This is a great first season for him so far, and he's looking to end out this season just the way that he wants it to, with all NJAC matchups.
And also a little tidbit of kicking today. We're having a little bit of a kicking switch. It's not going to be Roger Rubinetti today. You're going to see yes, indeed, you're going to see Greg Casimir kicking today for Montclair State. You don't usually see too much where a kicking switch just occurs like that. Usually, the kicker doesn't get as injured throughout the season because it's one of the low-risk positions on a football team, but today you're seeing a switch.
Yeah, Greg Casimir, freshman, Hamilton, New Jersey. You're going to see him get potentially his debut, and you wish him the best, but it's a tough position to come into. The weather plays a part. Being on the road plays a part.
Yeah, like kicking in the rain.
It's not ideal.
Kicking's hard in the first place. Kicking's hard in the first place, and they're one of those positions that just gets so beat down because if they miss, forget how many kicks they've made. Just it's the one that they miss that gets remembered as the kicker. Honestly, you have so much pressure because you're only on the field for so many plays in a game. You know what I mean? It's hard to you might get one field goal attempt the whole game, and you can't make it up. If you're the quarterback or the running back, you're going to get another carry. You're going to get another pass. If you're a quarterback, you throw an interception. You're going to get another chance to go out there and throw the ball again. But if you're the kicker, your job is completely dependent on how well or how not well the offense does and gets you in position. So you might not get as many opportunities. So for him, got to treat every kick like it's his last.
Yeah. Last game out there, he had 3 attempts. He made 2. He got blocked on 1. But in this position, this is a good spot to be in. You're at home. I would rather do this here than on the road.
No doubt about that. especially in a place where you know everything. And we're about 4 minutes away from kickoff here. So, Vincent, take us through some Salisbury roster here right now. Because, we got the Seagulls in town.
We do have the
And
Seagulls
here comes the
in town.
Montclair State team out of, I believe, the locker room there. Look, the whole Red Hawk squad.
Yeah, well, there you come out. Salisbury will be starting Ben Hutchins, Joey Blindstein, David Fletcher, Jaden Davis, Alex Richards, Gabe Mendez, Dusty Grody, Tony Mason, Connor Shepard, Matt Telsey, Trey Price. And then on the defensive side, Savine Ofis, Frankie Gianni, Chase Lomax, Ryan Muller, Josh Barker, Brock Keller, Casey Counts, AJ Butler, Colin Warger, Kilo Mack, Charles Barley. And then for the special teams, kicking, Colin Sma, Tucker Smack, Jaden Thomas, and AJ Butler.
And that's the Seagulls right there. Seagulls versus Red Hawks. Yet another battle of the birds. It feels like it's been so many. I feel like I've called
We see it
3 straight games like that now.
Well, if you're looking at the teams, Montclair right now is second in the NJAC in touchdowns and second in points. Salisbury's 5th in points.
Yeah,
I mean,
a very tight race there, I'd have to say. But honestly, the teams are all so close. I don't really know how to break it up. You look at Christopher Newport's stats. They have a big defensive disparity. They've only given up 78 points compared to everyone else that's above 116, and that's incredible. So you look at that team as the top-tier team in the NJAC, which Salisbury did indeed lose to 14-24. As now we got the captains heading onto the field for today's game. So out there, we got for Montclair State, I see Brandon Primus out there. You have Nicholas Burgess. Also on there, you got Sam Ray. And last but not least, Dimitri Pully. For Salisbury's side there. The Salisbury captains, if I can get those to you in a moment. Looks like Ryan Muller is out there. I believe you've seen Gabe Williams out there. Has to do the coin toss. Looks like Montclair has won the coin toss. They're electing to receive the ball. And Salisbury is defending towards I would say that's the end zone. Let's see. How would you describe which end zone that is over there?
Salisbury?
Salisbury is electing to defend to the right.
So they're defending.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta love how hyped this team is. I mean, I kind of got a little sidetracked by how good the jersey's coming out. The red looks so crisp today. It always looks good. This looks great.
With a little rain on it too, looks even better.
Yeah, we got here a little earlier. I have to say, the rain has tinted the jerseys to a new kind of red. I mean, it looks more maroon. When it got here,
This is great. It's a dark red. Yeah, it's a dark red. It's great. Like, the helmet obviously is going to get tinted. So if you just look at the difference between the helmet and the jersey color, phenomenal. Phenomenal. But with both squads getting ready.
this is gonna be a hype game. Are you ready, Connor?
Oh, yeah, we're already here. We're ready. Never been more ready. Haven't been able to call football since last year's homecoming game.
This is actually my first football call.
This is our 3rd call of the year together, but first football for both of us. And it's a great sport, of course. You enjoy all the moving parts and all the different phases of the game as now we get set for the national anthem. And that was the anthem there. We're back here on the Red Hawk Sports Network. Right before the game starts, I'm Connor Cuban alongside Vincent Picone, and we are seconds away from kickoff. On this rainy day, I've seen every umbrella ever right now in the stands. So many different colors going around. Everything you could ever imagine is in front of me right now.
And we got a great football game also in front of you right now. Don't be shocked if, this is a very close game. We've seen some blowouts in the past with these two matchups. I'm thinking this is going to be a very close game.
I'm with you. I'm with you on there. Both teams look really evenly matched this year. We're going to see a great one as kicking off for Salisbury right now. Number 97, Colin Samaha, and then back to receive Danny Ramos, of course, back there from Montclair State. But also with him, you see Mike Fano back there. My mistake. I believe that's Keyshawn McCurdy back there.
It's a little hard to see the numbers over here.
As we get set for kickoff, here's Samaha. And we're underway here at Sprague Field. As Montclair State, no return on this one. It's going to be a touchback. And let's get started now. So,
Montclair coming on
to the field. And there's McLaughlin now coming in at quarterback. The last one on the field as the rest of the offense gets set out there. You see Clarence Wilkins out there. Going to be a big player to watch today. Guy has blazing ability. And Roger also joins them out there on the field as we get set for this first play of the first drive. 1st and 10 from 25, Montclair State. McLaughlin in the gun. Going to have a flag already. Looks like there's a false start. First play we will halt on the first play as gets backed up now. 1st and 15 from the 20-yard line. That's not what you want to see to start the game.
No, not at all. You do not want to be sent back, and McLaughlin just kind of looks like he didn't even know what happened there.
Especially because pre-snap,
Not a good way to start off a game.
Pre-snap penalties are the one thing you for sure can control as a team, and it's not really going to start. But McLaughlin takes the snap, hands off right there to Lewis, and Lewis is met immediately by the Salisbury defense. Great run stuff there, and we're going to have 2nd and long.
Great run to start off by
Henry Lewis, man.
You're going to see, we talked about it in our pregame, you're going to see a lot of him.
1 yard gain there, so the Salisbury defense giving a gift with the false start, and now they have 2nd and 14 for the Red Hawks. McLaughlin back in the gun with Lewis to his left. Wilkins on the far side. McLaughlin takes the snap again, hands off to Lewis one more time, but the Salisbury, making some defenders miss, but takes a whole ton of Salisbury defenders to bring him down. On the tackle there.
I really got to wonder, how much is Lewis going to get the ball to compare to how much is McLaughlin going to throw the ball?
It's a fair point there, and Ryan Muller picks up the tackle for Salisbury. 3rd and 12 now for the Red Hawks. This is where you're going to have to throw the ball. I understand it's rainy. I understand it's, but 3rd and long situation. You're backed up to your own 20. You're on your own 23rd right now. You got a long way to go. Give your receivers a shot to make a play. Here's McLaughlin now in the gun. No gloves today. McLaughlin hands off yet again to Lewis, and that one is going nowhere on the stop for Salisbury. If I can see my eyes to still not deceive me on that one. That is number 2. That's Casey Counts getting in there.
Not how you want to start off this game.
So now Montclair State punting the ball away. Here's Michael Fitzpatrick way back there. 4th and 12 on the 23-yard line.
Not how you want to start off the game. I mean, I understand, it's wet outside. Henry Lewis is,
Oh, and A.J. Butler muffs the punt, and the Redhawks have the ball, so it is how you want to start the game, of course. You know, it's all part of the plan. You know, you punt the ball. It's just a really long pass there. A.J. Butler, deep to receive for Salisbury, muffs the punt, and now the Redhawks are in business around the 40, I believe the 47 or 48-yard line.
Thinking about it a new way. You like to see that. Wow.
It's a long pass. The long pass. The long pass from the punter. Oh, that's perfect. That's just perfect right there.
Shows how good this defense is. You're going to see a lot of it today.
So now, Johnny Mendez in the game at running back for Montclair State. Here's McLaughlin in the gun. Throws a quick ball, and he just throws it into the turf. Almost to the dirt there, but we're not playing in grass.
No, we are not. Just kind of looked like angled down. It can be maybe a little slippery out there, the ball.
Anthony Royer didn't get any chance to really make a play on that one. Little screen pass, not able to go. So we got 2nd and 10 now from the 49-yard line. McLaughlin ready for the snap. Mendez gets the handoff. Up the middle, finds a hole, gets a solid 6 yards there. I believe he's stopped by, let's see, that's 44 again, Ryan Muller. But a big gain for Johnny Mendez, as now we're going to have 3rd and short. I believe 3rd and 3.5 for the Redhawks.
And making moves. You know, this is what you want to see early in this game. You want to be aggressive. Very aggressive on the offensive end. And almost perfect on the defensive end to stop this team. Salisbury is averaging a little over 30 points in their last couple matchups against Montclair.
And now McLaughlin muffs the snap, and Mendez able to fall right on it. The rain playing a big factor, so now that's going to go get registered as a giant tackle for a loss, and we're going to see another punt. Now, I doubt we're going to see the long pass yet again. But deep to receive, A.J. Butler yet again. A quick 3 and out after the muff punt. So now Butler has a chance to redeem himself. Fitzpatrick, low snap there, gets it blocked! That's a blocked punt right there, and now Salisbury's going to return this one to the end zone. That is Javon Freeman for the touchdown, and the Seagulls strike first on special teams. After they have a special teams miscue, special teams comes through and puts the first points on the board. That's the number one way to make up for your mistakes, as the Seagulls lead 7-0 here.
That not ideal for this team. Not what anyone really wanted, but Kashmir got blocked last week against Kane. And I mean, freshmen, sometimes mistakes are made, but that's one that just hurts so bad. It looked like you had something going and it just stops.
Michael Fitzpatrick unfortunately gets his punt blocked because, listen, the O-line, there's some holes there, and that hit the extra point. Colin Samaha, and he drills it. That one's over the trees. And we got a 7-0 ball game. That is a really insane game to start. 2 special teams miscues. You haven't seen a normal punt yet today. 2 punts. One is muffed, one is blocked. But that's the story of football. Anything is going to be able to happen. So now, you're still not going to see Salisbury's offense yet, because now Montclair State's going to go back to return this one again. Danny Ramos back there with Keyshawn McCurdy one more time.
I mean, how confident are you if you're Ben Hutchins right now for Salisbury? And you're just,
you're just letting your defense and special teams cook, yeah.
You haven't even taken a step on the field yet. It's 7-0.
Your defense has forced 2 3-and-outs. Your special teams has a punt return. Not a punt return. A blocked punt return for a touchdown. And on top of that, yes, they had the one muffed punt. But they're cooking right now. So for Montclair State, you got to respond to that, which is tough because you thought you had all the momentum with the muffed punt, and then boom, Salisbury scores off a blocked punt. So Ramos and McCurdy back to receive, and here's Samaha with the kick. Ramos cannot return. Touchback yet again for Montclair.
Well, they're back where they were when they started.
Right back where they were when they started, 25.
McLaughlin's just gotta, he just gotta settle in a little bit. I think once he gets his first completion, or maybe a second first down out there, I think he'll be feeling a little bit more confident.
See the freshman Ryan Whalen in the game for Montclair State right now. McLaughlin in the gun yet again, awaiting the snap. Gives it off to Lewis, and he fumbles the ball! And there's Salisbury with the recovery! I believe that is number 29. That's Colin Wargo, the freshman, diving on the ball. And just like that, another disastrous drive for the Redhawks as Salisbury is clicking. We will be seeing their offense after all.
That was... Oof. This is not what you expected coming out of the gates.
The rain.
The last two games that Montclair's been playing, not exactly how you wanted to start this one.
The rain is a killer. As now, here's Ben Hutchins as gives a handoff right there to Joey Bildstein. Takes the ball down the field a little bit. It's going to be another first down for Salisbury.
That's something that McLaughlin hasn't done yet. Get another first down.
Moving the chains for the Seagulls is now deep here into Montclair State territory in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Burgess with the stop on that last run, but Hutchins now under center. Another option play, giving the ball to Bildstein yet again, but the Montclair State defense in on that one. Still gains 3.
We've only seen one single attempt so far. No completions yet on the throw.
Jake Cologne with the tackle. Yeah, they're running the ball, but they're doing it good, so, there's no reason for them to stop exactly right now. When you run and it's just working so well, just keep it going. Keep it moving.
Yeah, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
As they did the same play again, and that time stopped early there by Cologne yet again, but a handoff to Bildstein. 3 straight carries for Bildstein. But still gaining yards, going bit by bit. So now they're going to see a 3rd and 6, I believe, for the Seagulls. Some substitutions now happening. 3rd and 5.
See Cam Martin.
Now it's 3rd and 6. It's 3rd and 6 for sure. Got to shout him out.
You always got to shout out Cam Martin. I mean, he's like the hype man for this team.
So Bildstein takes another handoff, finds a gap, and goes for another first down, no doubt about it, to the Montclair State 5. So Joey Bildstein getting every touch so far for these Salisbury Seagulls.
This is definitely a day you could see some career highs in rushing yards.
No doubt about that one. Especially with this rain, too, it's going to be hard to hold the ball. Defenders are punching left and right.
I mean, Henry Lewis, last week he got his career high with 176 yards. Could definitely see that change today.
Here's another handoff. Bildstein yet again, and so close to the end zone. Powell is pushing, and that's a touchdown for the Salisbury Seagulls. It's 14-0 already in this one.
Not again. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
I believe they're marking him down at the 1, actually. No touchdown.
Hey, another chance right here. Take your chances as they come. This is a good opportunity for Montclair to get a stop here.
It's the greatest.
2nd and 5.
Now wide open is Gabe Williams right now, so another handoff to Bildstein. That time he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Salisbury, 13-0 pending the extra point.
It's early in the game. We had a lot of football yet to play. Do not feel, if you're Montclair State right now, do not feel down. In fact, be all right. You're okay. Everything is going to be all right. It's time to make
Samaha's extra point. Good yet again. So 14-0 for Salisbury already. We've only been through 7 minutes of game action. And we've seen so much happen. You saw a muffed punt, saw a block punt return to the end zone, saw a fumble on the very next play, and then Joey Bildstein just run down the throats of the Red Hawk defense into the end zone. Aside from that one muffed punt, Salisbury is on fire. Montclair State going to have to turn this one around.
You wonder how they're going to turn around, what kind of strategies they're going to make. It looks like they need to change up the game plan. I say this in almost every single one of my broadcasts. The best teams can make adjustments in game. That's how you play sports. You're not going to really go out there with a game plan and expect to execute every single time. That's just not how sports work.
Yeah, nothing goes according to plan, of course. Sometimes it does.
Sometimes, but the best teams, when it doesn't go their way, they can make adjustments to potentially try to make it go their way.
Samaha going to boot this one deep for the third time today. Ramos is going to take this one out. So here's Danny Ramos running up the gut and going to gain a few there, but taken down by, I believe, that's number 23, Noah Bravo.
Good return there. McLaughlin's coming out once again.
That's Ronald Clark. So to the 23-yard line, Montclair State will start. Caleb McLaughlin got to be feeling some type of way right now because your offense hasn't been working, and it's your first start ever. So McLaughlin going to throw the ball, and it sails right over the head of Nazir Bryant. 2nd and 10.
It's a good idea, though. Trying to go outside. You know, Bryant really didn't had one defender on him, but nothing that he can't take on.
So 2nd and 10. Montclair State's offense living only in the shotgun while Salisbury been playing from under center the whole game. So McLaughlin, hand off to Lewis one more time. And now here's a big run. Here's Henry Lewis getting outside, stiff arms a defender all the way into the Montclair State bench. Charles Barley getting stiff armed as Henry Lewis takes care of business for the first Montclair State first down of the day.
That's what they were looking for. Henry Lewis is the guy to go to. Perfect way. And he gets 14. He's at 20 yards right now so far tonight. If you're going to watch any player tonight, you're going to watch Henry Lewis.
Well, after the big run, Johnny Mendez now in for him. So McLaughlin in the gun. In motion goes Roger. Here's McLaughlin. Hands off to Mendez. Mendez finds a whole spin move. Double spin right there. And that's only going to be a gain of 3, but that gain of 4 actually they're going to give him. But that's a hard worked for gain of 4 yards. You see, not every gain of 3, 4, 2 is created equal in the game of football.
Yeah, 2 nice spin moves right there by Mendez, trying to trip up some defenders. It was a short gain, but it would have been a lot less if you don't have the footwork that Mendez does.
So now 2nd and 6 for Montclair State. Roger going in motion. Oh, we're going to have pre-snap penalty here. I believe it's going to be a false start.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looked like. I mean, it looks like Salisbury noticed it almost immediately.
So, false start for the Redhawks. And now a 2nd and 11 for Montclair State. So here's McLaughlin one more time. Now that they've been pushed back a little bit, you're going to most likely want to see a pass here. High snap, handoff to Mendez. Mendez looking for some room, but stopped immediately by number 91, Frank Giannetti.
Yeah, Giannetti looks like he just jumped over his own teammates to get down Mendez.
So now, gain of 1 maybe there. So 3rd and 10. Do they run just to create separation to punt, or now do you be aggressive and try and throw the ball here?
You know, it depends how you're looking at this game right now. And if you're looking at it as personally, I'm going to try to go for it. But
here's McLaughlin.
That's
Offensive
exactly
line
what they
pressure. McLaughlin gets hit as he lets the ball go. And A.J. Butler with the defense on that one. The offensive line of Montclair State got bulldozed right there as the Salisbury D-line came charging in, knocked McLaughlin to the ground. And we're going to see the punting team out there as Michael Fitzpatrick for one more.
it was a very good attempt. Very good attempt. It looked like he had it, but Butler was just out there. A nice block over there.
And now Butler stays out there as the ball was intended for Nazir Bryant. Butler deep to return this punt. Fitzpatrick yet again sends one. A little bit of a didn't get all of it now. Squibs it in the air. And the ball will roll now. It's going to be downed by number 36. That's Damian Fulop. Downs the punt there.
Oh, 26. Yeah. I thought you were talking about the play that down it.
So now Salisbury's offense gets their first real drive of the day from deep in their own territory. The only drive they had was deep in Montclair State territory, so the defense set them up, but now they're going to have to work for this one. They got, if my math serves me correct, 74 yards, 73 yards to the end zone.
Exactly.
So here's Hutchins now. And you guessed it, Bildstein on the carry. But Montclair State's defense able to get the job done.
Battle of the runs today. Battle of the birds, battle of the runs. You can talk about it all day, but the conditions that they're playing in right now, it's very tough to play in this weather. It's very tough to catch anything in this weather.
Bildstein in the gun. Bildstein. Oh, we got a triple option here now. And now making a big run right there for Salisbury is number 7. That's David Fletcher.
Great move right there by Salisbury. You know, finds a pocket, goes straight to it, moves forward, and now
they're running the option today. See Hutchins under center. First option, of course, is to give Bildstein the ball, but pitch it outside to David Fletcher. Takes it down the field, and now it's way up to the 47-yard line. Been moving so far into the 1st and 10. So here's Hutchins once again with motion before the snap. Gives it to Bildstein, and there's... Oh, we got a fumble here! A fumble, and it's recovered. Oh, I can't see. It looks like Montclair State has the ball. Bildstein fumbles, and you guessed it. It looks like... Oh, there's a giant pile, but... We can't see who has it.
who's going to get up last?
Who's going to get up last? Adedrabo.
So it will remain Salisbury's ball.
Remaining Salisbury's ball. Really interesting one there. Would have never guessed there is Adedrabo with a great play there. Signaled... We're signaling Montclair State ball, but of course, every player's going to do such a thing.
Yeah. If you were looking at it from just the player's point of view, it could definitely seem like it was Montclair's ball.
But Salisbury retains possession. But now they got a long way to go. It's 2nd and forever. Here's the option now. And it's a reverse. There goes all the way on the other side of the field, Gabe Williams, and he's got a first down on a gigantic 20-plus yard run.
Another great idea that just works for Salisbury. They find the opening. They just use it to their advantage. They see where the defense is going to be moving. They go the other way.
All the motion and misdirection, just making the team think one thing and then taking... There's so many ways for them to go with this triple option they're running here. And they go for the reverse with Gabe Williams. So now, just out of 2nd and long, 1st and 10, just like that on the 38. Here's the handoff, and there's a false start, it looks like. Pre-snap penalties yet again.
This one's, though, against Salisbury.
False start there. So we're going to have 1st and 15 now from the Montclair State 42.
It could be a crushing blow to have a very great play like that and then you get booted back 5 yards because of a false start.
So here's Hutchins under center. This one's a pitch. Number 41, Jaden Thomas, taking the ball for a pretty large gain there. So we're going to see now second down and about 3. Everyone getting a little piece of the action here on Salisbury's offense. You're seeing everyone get a touch, but no throws so far. We're just this triple option is killing them.
And you would think that if you're running the ball a lot, you're stopping it a little bit easier. But, Salisbury's doing.
And here's the first throw of the game, and Hutchins makes a completion over to Gabe Williams at the 25-yard line for yet another Salisbury Seagulls first down.
That's the first completion of the day for either team.
I believe so.
Yep.
So now they've traveled a pretty far away. 25 yards to go to the end zone. That would just blow this thing wide open. 21-0. Salisbury could be leading after this one.
And we're about at the 2-minute mark. No 2-minute mark in football, which I know.
No 2-minute mark in college, yeah. Bildstein, there's the option yet again as number 7, David Fletcher, takes that one. It's just so deadly. The ball can go absolutely anywhere. The defense has to pay attention to so many different things. And Fletcher able to get the pitch on that one and pick up a few yards.
And Fletcher's got 9 touchdowns on the year so far. And with the way that they're going right now, you could see him get his 10th already. Potentially. If they're going to get a touchdown, it could be Fletcher's 10th because they're running the ball so much.
Now that gives us a 2nd and 2 for the Seagulls. Handoff there to Bildstein as he gets the 2 yards. More than that, gets about 5. Another first down for Montclair, for Salisbury. If you can establish the run like this, it's going to open up the pass. But if you don't even need to pass, then why start? No reason to start if you don't need to.
If the defense can't stop you, then why would you change up the game plan?
Yeah, just keep going for it. Under center again. Here's the triple option. Bildstein gets that one, and that time the Montclair State defense in on that one. It's number 27 for the Red Hawks, Amari Wilmore.
Now, the defense usually allows around the 118 mark for rushing yards against for Montclair. You can see that go a little bit over today. Right now, I'm going to need to add up some numbers here.
Vincent doing math, everybody, on the Red Hawk Sports Network.
It's not the prettiest thing, I'll be honest.
There's a pitch now. Outside there for Salisbury. That's Kenyon White. Actually, my mistake. That's Jaden Davis. Jaden Davis gets a giant chunk of yards there. As Salisbury is now tasked with a 3rd and it looks like 3.
Now, as I was saying before, the defense gives up, in these last couple of games, they've given up around 118 yards rushing-wise. Right now, 94 yards for Salisbury. It's first quarter.
Looks like we're going to have the end of the first quarter. They try to sneak one play in there before that. But it's the end of the first here at Sprague Field. 14-0. Seagulls lead the Red Hawks.
And not the most pretty quarter. But you're happy it's the first quarter, not the fourth quarter here.
Exactly. There's still so much ball left to be played. And now teams will switch sides of the field for this one. But Vincent, what would you do if you're Montclair State offensively? Defensively here, you just kind of...
Defensively, you just got to make some more stops. You have to kind of read the plays a little bit better. Fletcher's been really...
It's just so deadly when it's the triple option. And it's the quarterback.
So deadly.
You got to give Hutchins his credit for making the correct reads and making the right decision almost every time. He's given... of course, you can't make the right read every time, and sometimes the Montclair State defense has been able to get a stop. Mm-hmm. But they've marched all the way down the field twice now. No. Well, once was given good field position by the defense, but now this time it's been a way different story.
No, yeah, absolutely. Montclair State-wise, offensively, rushing's not really working for them. They have to look at some new options. This is obviously McLaughlin's first start, so it's hard to really say like, oh well, he's got to do this more, because it's his first start. Nerves are probably against him. The weather is not on his side right now, but you can turn that all around. All right, no excuses for this Montclair State team. They got to do just as the great Sam Mills says. You got to keep pounding.
You got to keep pounding is right, and that time Montclair State makes a big stop. Believe that's
4th and on the 6 now.
Justin Henriquez on the stop there for Montclair State. Is now 4th down. So Salisbury, we're going to see the kicking team now. Samaha back out there to boot this one through. And Gabe Williams, the holder. You never see a receiver usually be the holder there. Never seen that one before. Samaha drills it, and it's 17-0 Seagulls.
That one just went straight into the garage.
To the garage, the ball goes. So now Montclair State's going to have another shot at this thing with Caleb McLaughlin under center.
That's a 17-0. It could be a lot worse looking at it from right there. That was a really good stop that, stops the bleeding potentially. Now you got to do it on the offensive end. You can see Coach Palazzo over there kind of talking to the offense, getting them as hype as they can.
Getting them as hype as they can because they need it, and they need it right now. No better time to start making things happen.
There's no time to be down on your luck right now. Montclair can turn this around really easily. Any team can turn this around really easily.
So 17-0, the 3-score game. Montclair State's going to have a big one as Ramos is back to receive with Keyshawn McCurdy yet again. So here's another kick for Samaha. Ramos going to take this one. Fair catches it at the 5. Interesting decision there to not let it bounce into the end zone. I mean, if Salisbury is charging, it could be dangerous, but Fair catches it at the 5. So Montclair State is going to be pinned.
No, it's at the 25.
I guess not. They're going to be at the 25 regardless. Interesting rule there.
Yeah, interesting rule. But then it's a very good play there. You get to stay at 25.
Well, yeah, of course, if that's the case, then. Regardless, just fair catch away. So McLaughlin now in the game with 4 receivers wide. First time I've seen that package today for Montclair State.
Trying to do something different here in the second quarter. That's exactly what they need to do. Salisbury's had, them locked down.
Handoff to Lewis, and Lewis is met immediately by, I believe, that's number 31 right there for Salisbury. That's Joseph Apoku.
30, 20.
My mistake, that's Ben Naley.
Okay. 40 at the carry.
In college football, teams are allowed to have 2 of the same jersey number on each side of the ball. So
it can be a little confusing for the announcers on each side, but we know these teams very well and Jack opponents.
McLaughlin now taking the snap, feeling pressure, rolls out to his right, looking downfield, and is going to go nowhere on the stop that time. Number 2, that's Casey Counts for the Seagulls defense. Now, an interesting tidbit about numbers in college football. It's not even, sometimes, for example, the Miami Hurricanes do this one. When they do kick returns and punt returns, the primary returner will put on a separate jersey just for the return due to the fact of numbers of players being conflicting on the field, but they want their best players to return, so they'll throw on an entire jersey over their main jersey just to return a kick or a punt. So here's McLaughlin taking another snap. Quick pass over Wilkins, and no one goes, it's going to be intercepted by Salisbury off the tip, saying no. The ball hit the ground, but Salisbury retaliating. That would have been Javon Freeman with the interception. That would have been the same guy who blocked the punt and returned it for the touchdown. But regardless, it's another 3 now for Montclair State. And here's Michael Fitzpatrick to punt this one away.
It looked like it was a really good attempt over there. It had a really nice play, but you got 2 defenders clashing on you.
Almost blocked there. Fitzpatrick gets knocked to the ground as A.J. Butler's going to let this one bounce. And we got a flag here. We might have a roughing the kicker penalty because it looks like Casey Counts was not able to hold himself back trying to block the kick. Let's see how this one gets ruled. Roughing the kicker. Jinx. So we're going to have a first down for Montclair State now. And there's a special teams miscue for the Salisbury Seagulls, but that's a really hard one, I feel. It's sort of like the slide tackle in soccer where you can do it as long as you reach the ball first. Same thing with hitting the kicker in football here. If you are able to block the ball first, you can make contact with the kicker, but since Count was not able to block the punt, running to the kicker is not allowed.
No. And you're right. It's a very hard play to make sometimes. You know, if you think you're going to get to the ball goes over your head, and then you're kind of running right at the kicker.
So it's twice now that Montclair State has gotten gifts from the Salisbury special teams. Can they cash in? Here's McLaughlin. Low snap. Hands off to Mendez. Mendez absolutely tracked down by Casey Counts, the man who gave the second drive, making up for it a little bit at least right there with a great run stop for no gain.
Yeah, they know Montclair's number right now. They know their number. They know their strategy. They're figuring it out very easily. I mean, they're running the ball almost every time right up the middle, just trying to find a little hole. It's hard to find a crack when there virtually are none.
Jack Freed playing right tackle for Montclair State. Not able to get the block he wanted there or task another assignment. So McLaughlin now rolling out to his left, makes a pass, and there's Roy J with the catch near the first down yard line, and it's going to move the chains, I believe, or give him third and about 1 inch.
This is first completion on the day.
First completion on the day for McLaughlin. So we're going to have a third and about 2 inches. Third and probably a couple feet for Montclair State. Now, this is where you'd like to see Montclair State implement a non-shotgun play, but it seems that's the only way their offense operates with McLaughlin here. Low snap, Mendez on the carry, up the middle, and the push might have gotten there. We're going to have to check it out. Mendez is still standing, actually, so they're going to give him forward progress at the 45, and that should move the chains for the Redhawks. First down.
Their second first down of the game. Looks like they're getting something started here. I mean, McLaughlin made that pass. Their first completion on the day. That's exactly what you would like to see. I mean, you get one. It's always a little bit easier to get that first one. Once that first one's done, it'll be a little bit easier to get the next couple.
No doubt about that, Vincent. Momentum is the realest thing ever. It's the realest thing ever when it comes to sports.
It's not a myth whatsoever.
Oh, there's another muff snap from McLaughlin, and Lewis is able to fall on it. Counts gets into the backfield to stop the play. He's been all over the Montclair State offense as the ball, that Slick Rain, playing a huge factor. We've seen, I believe that's 3 fumbles, so 4 fumbles. I'm honestly...
Yeah, I was just going to say, and McLaughlin's had a hard time kind of gripping the ball a little bit. You gotta keep your hands dry.
That's the 4th fumble of the day, actually.
Got to keep your hands dry. Got to keep the ball dry.
That might be the 5th. That's the 6th, actually. That is the 6th fumble of the day. Only 2 of them have resulted in the other team taking possession, though, but it's the 6th fumble on the day.
Well, we knew coming into this with the weather it was going to be...
Low snap there. Hands off to Lewis. Able to wait. Good way to make something out of nothing there as Montclair State gains about 5 or 6 on the play. Low snap, McLaughlin. Hands off to Henry Lewis. Goes up the middle. Able to get about 7 there. And now we're going to have a 3rd and 7. Gain of 5. Spinning off the field.
And if you're if you're watching this game, you're probably not watching the men's soccer game over there.
We have a flag now on this run play. We're going to see what that one is. So sprinting out the field. Tom Milninko is sprinting off the field there. You don't want to take those illegal substitutions of too many men on the field.
Yeah, that's something that just cannot be happening, especially in a game where you're really trying to come back.
It's a holding call, so we're going to see Fitzpatrick yet again to punt as the Redhawks stall one more drive.
And if you're watching this game, you're probably not watching the soccer game about, a couple 400 feet around here.
So, yeah, women's soccer is real close right now. As Fitzpatrick, doesn't get all that one, but it's a good punt in the end, as it ends up at the 1. Oh, let's see what they're going to rule this one now. Down at the 1 yard line. Fitzpatrick with a little bit of a squid punt there, and it rolls all the way to the 1. Phenomenal job by the Montclair State special teams. I believe that's Keyshawn Dixon or Amir Robinson on the punt coverage.
It's a good play right there. Good play for Fitzpatrick. He's had a little bit of a rough time today, especially with the blocked.
So now,
punt return.
Yeah, with Salisbury now backed up to their own 1 yard line, you have to bring pressure. That's the scariest thing. You got only 11 yards to work with behind you, 10 maybe total. The whole team is in the end zone. You have to bring pressure if you're Montclair State's defense. Here's the triple option. And there's Bildstein up the middle. Huge play there to gain about 5.
Salisbury's got their backs up against the wall on this drive. Montclair's got to capitalize. Montclair has to capitalize on an opportunity that can really help Montclair. This is exactly where you want to be.
Now that run right there opens up everything now, as now Salisbury can sort of breathe. They're not in the end zone now. Hutchins under center again. Here's the option. Give it to Bildstein up the middle, but met right there by number 13. That's Adonis May on the stop.
Bildstein again on the carry. Brought down by Adonis May. Gain of 2 on the play. 3rd down. And 2.
Here's a 3rd and 2.
You need to stop here. How are you going to do that with the triple option going on right now? Montclair's offense just has to lock in right here.
Let's see what that Red Hawk defense is made of. Here's Hutchins. Option, Bildstein does not get the carry. It's a pitch outside, and there he goes. That's number 7, David Fletcher, for a monstrous gain as Salisbury is now cooking.
There's a flag on the field.
But we have a flag. Could be a hold. Let's check it out. The offense is coming back, so it's definitely looking like a holding penalty in which we're going to see half the distance to the goal. So now, with being half a distance to the goal, it's still going to only be like a 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6. Nothing crazy. Not a 10-yard penalty. Believe that was Jaden Davis on the hold outside. So it looks like I don't understand how that could be a 3rd and 2 yet again. They didn't lose any. 3rd and 3. They only lost 1 yard on that play. So here comes the option. It's going to be a throw for Hutchins, and he's sacked on the ground. Hutchins is sacked by number 5, Jake Colon, getting all over the field today for the Redhawks as the defense comes through with a big stop as Salisbury's going to punt in their own end zone.
Beautiful stop right there by Colon. That's exactly what you want to see. I mean, Hutchins didn't even look like he knew what was coming for him, and he hasn't seen a lot of that. He gets it right there.
So Zach Lewis is going to return this punt for the Redhawks as punting away for the Seagulls. It's Tucker Smack. Smack is able to get it off, but this goes almost nowhere. The ball is going to bounce to about the 38-yard line. So the Redhawks have good field position now. As we got some chippiness going on there. Lewis shoving. Looks like
There's been a couple instances of shoving on the field. Nothing.
What number? 36?
so. Now this is Montclair State's prime chance to score. 38 yards to the end zone. Closest they've been all day. Thanks to their defense pinning Salisbury deep, and Fitzpatrick with the great punt first off. But how is Aiden McLaughlin going to respond?
How is McLaughlin going to respond? And how is he going to find some new pockets? Is he going to keep on going to the pass? He's got one so far. It's a very good potential that I can go for a second, but they're in field goal range right now. So
Palazzo dialing up an option here. Here's McLaughlin taking it outside, but met right there by Salisbury's defense. That's number 44, Ryan Muller, on the stop.
yeah, it just did not look like he had a really. He didn't have a good option there to really go to.
Loss of 1 on the play, so it's a sack. That's going to go down as a sack for Muller.
For sure.
I know it's rainy, but you got to throw the ball now. The run has not been working so well.
You're this close. You cannot think that I'm going to go to the run again. It hasn't been working today. It's just something that's not going to work. There's a flag on the play already.
Flag now. Let's see what this one's going to be on. See what the play is on that one. Unsportsmanlike conduct, it looks
I
like
believe
it's
it
going
was
to
a
be.
sideline.
But the ball has not moved. Ref's trying to see where it's going to be spotted now. And it's going to move up here. Will it be a new first down? Yes, it will be a first down for Montclair State all the way up to the 26. So now, another gift from Salisbury.
Yeah,
Will the offense use it?
that's just reckless by Salisbury. If you're not on the field, don't hurt the players on the field. Don't hurt the game that's going on right in front of you.
Unsportsmanlike is such a big thing in this sport. Ref's coming back to stop play yet again. Going to maybe switch out the ball? Oh, they're giving another 2 yards. 24-yard line now.
Salisbury's coaches just really don't seem happy about it. I mean, I don't know in a world that they would be happy about this.
Of course
but
not.
It just
So in the red zone are the Redhawks, almost. 4 more yards to the red zone. Time to cash in. Snap there. Mendez takes the carry. Able to get a few. Gain of 3.
Do you keep on going to the running play, or do you find a new option? It looks like Palazzo has really kept on going to the running play, but if you
I feel it was a gain of 4 there. So it's a solid, I'd say that's a solid play. 2nd and 6 now. They go no huddle appears. Here's McLaughlin now giving it to Mendez one more time. That time the Salisbury defense on it immediately. That's Josh Barker getting the stop.
what I've seen from the Salisbury defense today, it's fool me once, shame on me. Fool me once, shame on you. Montclair has not been able to capitalize for 2 times in a row in rushing. It's been rough.
About, I would say, gain of 1 there, it looks like. So 3rd and 6. 3rd and 5, my mistake. 3rd and 5 now for the Redhawks. 4 wide, Lewis in the backfield, in the gun. Probably going to see a pass here. Never mind, it's a handoff. McLaughlin keeps it, and he's met immediately right there by number 36. That looks like Patrick Shield on the stop. Will the Redhawks stay out there and go for it on 4th and 6, or will they kick? It looks like the offense is staying out there, and when you're down 17-0, yeah, you can't be. I don't know if you can be settling for field goals, but still early enough in the game where maybe you could kick. But again, Greg Casimir, the freshman, they're going to opt for the offense. 4th and 6 now. Big drive for Montclair State here. Here's a snap. McLaughlin rolling to his right. Throws over the middle, and it's caught by Roger, but is it enough if they're going to mark it a first down for Montclair State as they convert?
A very high-risk opportunity right there. They change it. They say, you want to know what? We want the reward. They're cashing out right there. Trying to get something going. Trying to start moving those chains a little bit more. Trying to, make something happen in this game. Trying to take away that, trying to take away the 0.
Trying to take away the 0, no doubt about that.
And, when it doesn't work, it can be seen as, why were you doing that? What was going on? But when, there's a flag.
Let's see what this one's about now.
False start. And
1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. And the Redhawks will be backing up, so 1st and 15 now from the 23. My mistake, the 18. It was at the 13 before, now it's going to be at the 18. All right, so 1st and 15. Let's see what McLaughlin. Let's see what Palazzo dials up now. Dials up. Here's a handoff to Henry Lewis. Got a couple back. Got about 4. I would say 3. Gain of 3 there, so now you're faced with a 2nd and 12.
got to keep those hands warm and dry right now.
It's a cold one for sure. There's no doubt about that. It's not a warm one today.
No. I mean, I'm cold up here. I can't imagine how they're doing down there.
Here's a snap. McLaughlin dropping back, throws over the middle. It's caught right there by number 6. Believe that is Zach Lewis.
It's a good play right there. That's a good play. Found a great option, on a dot right there. McLaughlin looked like he was struggling earlier. He looks like he's in more of a groove now.
3rd and 5 for the Redhawks on the 9-yard line. As timeout is called there by Coach Palazzo. So Vincent, this offense marching now. What are you dialing up on 3rd and 5?
It took a little bit, but if you're gonna go to anyone, look for your wide receivers. I know they love going to Lewis. You could potentially see them going to Lewis once again. I think the question is, for Palazzo, what would you rather settle for? Would you rather settle for a field goal, or do you really want to go for it? We're about to go to halftime. That is a good time to mix up the game plan, try to figure something out. But right now, if I'm Montclair, I'm saying let's go into the locker room with 7 on the board. Let's go into the locker room with 7 on the board. I like 3. I mean, 3 is 10 times better than nothing. But if you can go for 7, if you can get that touchdown, if you can put your team in a position to come out of the locker room with a better fighting chance than you do right now, go for it.
So here it is, 3rd and 5. On the 9-yard line.
And also, when you're down by this point, by 17, you got to start making some risky decisions.
Here's the throw into the end zone, and I believe it's called for a touchdown. Montclair State fighting for the ball there on the ground, but it looks like we're going to see a Red Hawk score. Caleb McLaughlin, his first touchdown as a Red Hawk, and none other than Clarence Wilkins in the end zone. 17-6 Red Hawks don't go away just yet, folks. Right before halftime, 57 seconds left in the first half. And that now, we're going to see a kick here. Extra point from, I believe, our very own Greg Casimir. And just like that, Red Hawks do cash in on the good field position.
And Clarence Wilkins now, I mean, that's his third touchdown in as many games. Fourth on the season.
And maybe even the pre-snap penalty as Casimir's field goal is not going to count. Going to move it back for the extra point.
Kind of feels like every time Montclair, makes a move, gains a little bit, they're shut down with a flag on the field or really good defense. The flags on the field has been, the penalty has been hurting both of these teams, but it seems like when it's crucial possessions,
It's crucial possessions.
and that one's not good either.
And we got another flag there. 2 flags come flying in as a missed field goal there by Casimir. So it's 17-6 at the moment. We'll see what the flags come now. A lot of chippiness going on left and right. Salisbury head coach yelling at his players right now.
That's what you got to do. The fight is not with the players. The fight is just, you can't be barking at players. You can't be shoving players. You got to be professional when it comes around to this because, referees are going to take you out.
Head coach Sherman Wood barking at Frank Giannetti there for Salisbury. He might have been the recipient of that flag, so we'll see if it affects the kickoff, it appears. It looks like it's going to affect positioning on the kickoff, maybe added yardage to the end of it. Who knows?
I don't know which one it was. Do you see who was fighting?
So to kick one more time. Now we're going to see Montclair State kick off for the first time today.
Yeah, we are going to see Montclair State kick off for the first time today.
We should be kicking off from the 20.
That's, that's what you're...
Actually, penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct.
18 is in front of Lehman.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. So it was against Montclair State, it seems, because now they're kicking from the 20.
From our angle, it really did look like they were giving something to Salisbury. And it looked like players were yelling at some...
So Montclair State, Casimir's going to be backed up to his own 20. So this is going to be a key chance for Salisbury to get some big return yardage now. Both their return men lined up at the 25 right now. So big shot. Jaden Davis back to receive for Salisbury. And they're going to squib it. Picks it up at the 35. So Salisbury is going to start this one. It's a big run here by number 33 of the Seagulls. That is Cyrus Thomas Ray, I believe. And that's Ronald Clark might as well be in on that one. So Salisbury's going to start this drive at 20. It's Ronald Clark. Ronald Clark picking the ball up and taking it all the way to the 25-yard line. And Salisbury's special teams have come through many times today, and now they got another big one.
They've turned this game into their game, really.
Giving the offense just a blessing of field position.
Yeah, they're helping their offense. They're doing what they really should be doing. It's a very special teams over there.
Oh, we got some pre-snap motion there, but now here's Jaden Davis on the pitch outside. He's going to pick up many yards. That's going to be close to a first down. And there's a flag, though, so we might have a false start or it's a holding penalty. But Salisbury's only started a drive on their side of the field twice today. Only twice.
That speaks to really how good they're doing today.
Special teams been unreal. Defense been unreal. So they're leading 17-6.
They really, made some really big opportunities for themselves, done some really great stuff.
Want to see what the flag is here. 40 seconds left in the half, and so much has happened. Only 17 seconds have gone by.
From the minute mark to here,
It's been wild. So it looks like we're still going to have no flag. It looks like 2nd and 2 will remain for the Seagulls. I wonder what play they're going to run here, Vincent.
They've found success in a bunch of different plays.
I wonder if it's going to be the triple option.
They've gone to it.
Every play besides one.
Yeah, seriously.
And the refs are reconvening one more time. So let's do play a little fun game. How long will this 40 seconds really be on the clock?
The minute feels like maybe 5 already. So this is
when that clock runs. Oh boy. Get that sweet adrenaline rush. Hutchins under center. Fake pitch outside. We're going to throw the ball. And that's an easy touchdown for the Salisbury Seagulls. Number 15, I believe. That's Alex Richards in the end zone. Wide open as Montclair State being fooled by the run all the day. Richards wide open. Hutchins just delivers a dot.
And number 7 for Montclair, Buckwald, just looked lost. When Hutchins took down, it looked like he knew nowhere where the ball was. He just kind of got a little mixed up there. And that's what they've been doing all day. They've been really...
You said it yourself, Vincent.
Well, they've been mixing up the defense. They've been mixing up the defense. They've been playing with their heads. The third option has gone wild today. They just cannot find an answer to it.
And just for that, now it's 24-6 with 33 seconds left in the half. Because that was a wild drive. The unsportsmanlike sets up a deep kick, and then they squib it short. So now it's fielded to the 35, which is wild to field a kick, and then it gets taken all the way to the 25. So it's just a gift. And Salisbury's special teams and offense, complimentary football there, did a great job scoring in 24 seconds there.
I think so. I think you're exactly right on the mark.
So now, can Montclair State do the same with 33 seconds? Samaha's going to boot this one deep. They're not going to get field position at the 25 unless, we see a big return here from either Ramos or McCurdy.
Do we see potentially the same thing?
Oh, yeah, let's see it right here, right now.
Make this minute go a little bit longer.
We're almost at the halfway point of that minute. We're so close. Right there. But here's Samaha to boot this one deep. Ramos given the fair catch at the 5, but they get the ball at the 25. That's a rule. That's a rule. That's a rule.
That ball's been sent back.
I would just do that every time. Why let the ball bounce in the end zone? You can get it for free. So the Redhawks have 33 seconds to travel 75 yards, or they can run this one out till halftime.
Judging by patterns, you could say that they're probably going to run this one out.
But you never know because they only run the shotgun. So here's McLaughlin. Hand off to Johnny Mendez coming right now. And there it is. Up the middle. Ooh, a good run. He's still on his feet. And nailed from behind right there by number 31, I believe, from Salisbury. That's Ben Maley. But Mendez with a good carry gets a first down, but the clock still ticks. But Montclair State, with all their timeouts, used one there. 24 seconds remaining.
I loved that. That was a great drive by Mendez. Another first down. Keep on moving. Keep on moving. Keep on.
Keep it moving.
Keep that chain moving.
So that was Montclair State's second timeout, my mistake, not their first. So they have one timeout, 24 seconds, and about 63 yards to go. It's not impossible.
It really isn't. Salisbury did it. What's saying that Montclair can't?
The difference there, well, there's, you see, that's a little bit of a different stretch because Salisbury did not do it, actually. They did it in 25 yards, which is way different, of course. But regardless, McLaughlin going back out there yet again. You see Jerry Farino out there also. McLaughlin in the gun. Takes another low snap. Going to throw the ball up for Wilkins. Jump ball, and is it? No, ball hits the ground. No interception there.
Wilkins looks.
So, it's going to be now 2nd and 10 with 18 seconds to go from the 37. My mistake.
It looks like Wilkins tripped up a little bit there, trying to change, from moving forward to start to move backwards. And slippery turf just knocked him over.
$18 seconds left in the half. 2nd and 10. McLaughlin takes the snap, handoff to Mendez. Mendez runs outside, finds a lane, able to gain some yards there. About 7.
And with 12 seconds on the clock, they're making really good moves.
And they take that last timeout. So now 12 seconds and 57 to go. 57 yards, 12 seconds, no timeouts.
Montclair in their last couple games against Salisbury, they're averaging around the 14-point mark. They've had some trouble scoring. They're trying to break some standards today. I think this halftime, when you go back to the lockers, this is a much-needed, break for your players. Get to warm up a little bit. You might see them come out and they might be in a new tint of red. Even from the start of the game till now, it looks like they're wearing maroon.
It's the maroon. It's the special edition that they weren't announcing. It was a surprise for today.
The white Salisbury wearing white. There's not that many changes.
McLaughlin now good chop block by Mendez. McLaughlin loads up for Roger, able to catch the ball. It drops outside there. Harder wasn't going to be in bounds there. A.J. Butler on the coverage. And now it's 4th down and 4 with 5 seconds. Just go for it. Just go for it, man.
Might as well.
They're going to, too. Look.
That's exactly what they're going to do. That's a good play.
Hail Mary time. Lateral collateral time. We've seen it all. I want a lateral. That's what I'm looking for. Give me a lateral play to the end zone. Because I'm not sure McLaughlin can reach the end zone from 57 out. Give me a lateral play. Give me something. Why not? McLaughlin gives a throw across. There's Zach Lewis, and he drops the ball anyway. So now it's going to be the end of the first half right there. And it's 24-6. Salisbury leads Montclair State. And that's the end of the first half for the Red Dog Sports Network. Connor Cupid alongside Vincent Picone here. Vincent, give me a first half recap and thoughts.
Well, first half recap, the triple option, Henry Lewis, and I'm sorry. And the rushing for Montclair has been really what they've been looking to do every single time for both these teams. The triple option, Salisbury's been using it. It's been working very well. Montclair's defense didn't look like it had the answer in the first. What they got to do in the second half, they got to find some new options. They got to have something happen. McLaughlin in his first start has looked like he's been a little shaky, a little bit here and there. Hasn't had that many opportunities to really get an attempt in, but the completions, penalties has been the name of the game. To sum it all up, it really looks like Salisbury's been dominating this game. If they're going into the locker room right now, and I'm Coach Palazzo, I'm telling the guys, we got to work on rushing. We got to find some more options because running it up the middle obviously is not working. It's worked once today. Once. Find something new.
Find something new is right there, Vincent. So now we'll get back action. Oh, I don't know what I was saying there. We'll get back at the action here in about 20 minutes on the Red Hawk Sports Network. I'm Connor Cupid alongside Vincent Picone. Stay tuned for the second half. Don't go anywhere. And we are back here on the Red Hawk Sports Network. Connor Cupin alongside Vincent Picone. 24-6, the Salisbury Seagulls lead over the Montclair State Red Hawks as both teams have come back out of the locker rooms, and it is frigid in here in the booth. So I can only imagine how it's like out there.
Yeah, we didn't even step outside during halftime, so imagine how cold it is.
Don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to think about it.
You really don't. We were talking a little bit about the triple option last time that they were going to. That's their bread and butter. They've been going to it this year. They went to it last year. Last year they only had 5 completions.
And 5 total passes. This year, they've got 2. So let's set a little over-under. Do they beat the passing mark of 5? I don't know, honestly. Not sure how I'm feeling it. But it's cold in here. The whole team's doing jumping jacks. That's what we love to see out here.
Hey, got to get a little warm. Got to get the blood pumping.
Leading the jumping jacks there. You saw Nick Burgess out there leading the way with Sam Ray out the top there. So, whole team huddling together. I'm sure it's warm in the middle of that.
Yeah,
got to be warm in there.
Love to be in there. Coming out, you got to have a little bit more teamwork. You got to see what you can do. Going to see what Palazzo's plan is. The Palazzo plan.
The Palazzo plan, coined by Vincent.
See how really, they get themselves back in this game. It looked like they were going to get themselves back in the game with that touchdown by Wilkins late in the second quarter, but instantly turned around by Salisbury. That's why we're in a 24-6 game.
24-6 now. Kickoff underway here. You're going to see Montclair State give the ball over to the Seagulls. Kicking team out there. It's going to be just like last time. Greg Casimir kicking this one off. It's cold in the studio.
It really is. But, we're standing, they're standing, get the blood pumping a little bit.
We're standing in the studio because, got to get the knee stretch going. We are athletes ourselves.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I know, Connor, you ran track in high school.
Oh, yeah, of course.
The varsity track player.
After homecoming, we did a little bit of a 30-yard dash on the turf, socks only. I was able to win that against Ryan Tullio and Oscar Venegas. Not that, Oscar has his injured ankle, so, he run a little bit of handicap there. But, hey. But here's the kickoff now. Salisbury returning the kick. That's number 41, I believe. That's Jaden Thomas, and he's on a big move. He's got halfway up the field. We're going to start this possession in Montclair State territory, which that leads another point there. The streak of possession started on the other side of the field for Salisbury continues as they still have only 2 possessions of starting on their own side of the field.
Yeah, and that's Sean Smith II, correct? Great run over there.
Jaden Thomas.
What was I looking at there? But
I'm not sure what you were looking at there.
Did a very good job right there. He finds the open hole in the defense. Just goes right through it, which, Salisbury's been doing that all game.
And a muff snap already to start the second half. There's Hutchins falling on the ball. Ben Hutchins goes and falls on the ball there. So, going to be 2nd and 11. That should be fumble number 8 on the day. Rain. Such an enemy.
You can tell how much the weather is affecting these 2 teams. You do not usually see 8 fumbles.
Well, of course, that's counting every muff possible. But yeah, 8 fumbles. And there's another one right there. Back-to-back muffed snaps. And another recovery by, the Salisbury Seagulls. So, if you're Montclair State, cool. They haven't even been able to run a play twice now. And it's 3rd and 11.
Hutchins with the recovery one more time at the Montclair 48. 3rd down.
3rd and 11 for the Seagulls.
Putting themselves in a good spot, but,
There's a handoff now to Bildstein. He's going to gain about 8.
I was just going to say, don't celebrate until you're at the finish line.
4th and 3 now.
They got it.
And it looks like they're going to go for it. So, 4th and 3 for the Seagulls. They're going to go for it. And it looks like they're not going to get it right there. Hutchins keeps the ball, stopped on that play by who got in on that stop? Everybody there, but it looks like number 81 right now. We're seeing Eric Cowan involved in the play.
That was a great stop. That's how you come out of the second quarter. That's how you start the second half. I mean, it looked like Salisbury was going to get something going, especially with that punt return. But Montclair stopping it right there, not letting anything get past them, and that's what they had trouble with in the first half. You like to see them stop it in the second half to start the second half.
So the Redhawks get some solid field position. Here's Henry Lewis on the carry, gaining a few yards on that play. Not a bad run at all. Gain 4. 2nd and 6.
Number 20, Henry Lewis. On the carry.
18 points for the Redhawks to make up. It's a 4-score game unless they go for 2.
Which you could potentially see them doing. I mean, they went on
Which they're
fourth down.
probably going to do, honestly.
Yeah,
Probably
you
go for
could
2.
definitely see them go for 2.
The play with that one is the first touchdown, you take the extra point. The second touchdown is where you go for 2. So then you're in field goal position. So, here's McLaughlin yet again. Hand off to Lewis one more time. Going to see maybe a gain of 1.5 on that play.
Yeah,
Going to give him 2 yards, so a gain of 2.
Lewis on the carry.
3rd and 4.
Chase Lomax, number 53 at the stop. 8 and 2. It'll be 3rd down and 4 at the 46.
Number 20. Who's the tackle to? What yard line? And then it's
20 again, tackle 3 at 46.
Aiden McLaughlin's offense needs this. 3rd and 4. Dropping back. McLaughlin throws outside. Ball too low. Was it caught? It looks like it is indeed a catch by number 24. That's
you
Vincent Pinto on the grab.
From one Vincent to another, that was a great catch. Very good play. For a first down. Move those chains. You know, we want to hear that a little bit more.
First down
I'd
for
like to hear
Montclair
that
State.
some more. I mean, both teams right now both have 7 first downs.
Here's McLaughlin. Hand off to Mendez. Keeps the ball himself and gains a few yards there. You know, shout out Vincent Pinto there. Just started a podcast called Come Fly With Us about the Red Hawk football team.
Oh, really?
Granted, it is for podcast production class, but still, a funny little thing there.
Josh Parker at the stop after a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 from the Salisbury 46.
McLaughlin looking like he's a little bit more in his own right now. That first half was a little shaky for him, but he's finding, what works, what really doesn't work out there.
Johnny Mendez gets the carry all the way up to the 40. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 now for the Red Hawks. And that's a big one there because short yardage situation, high chance of getting a conversion. As the team keeps moving 3rd and 2, they're going to give him 3rd and 2. It's insane the difference between 3rd and 1 and 3rd and 2. I swear. There's nothing bigger ever. It's the wildest thing how different those two are.
I'm good. I got it.
3rd down and 2 at the 41.
Yeah, you did jinx it. You jinxed the perfect game. I have flags, but I'm not going back to it. Sorry. I don't care. Figure it out there. I don't care. Yes.
Handoff one more time to Mendez. Breaks it outside, and he's got the first down and way more. Almost way more gets tripped up. If he was able to stay upright, could have gone to the red zone there. But Montclair State moves the chains yet again to the 31-yard line.
Look at this team right now. I mean, it feels like coming out of the gates, they got some more energy in them. They got some more life in them. And they've got a lot of more answers to the defense right now.
First and 10 at the 31.
So now here comes the offense. Handoff, Henry Lewis. Breaks it right, and it's going to get stopped for a loss of at least 3 on that one. Good job by the Salisbury defense. And that's 44. You've seen him all day. That's Ryan Muller making his presence felt.
Mapping up the play right now.
Second and 12 from the 33.
Here's McLaughlin in the gun. One more quick pass down
There we
low.
go.
It's Makai Mickens catching that one.
Number 3, Guy Mickens.
3rd and 12. Going to see some action.
So now, after that gain there, we got a 3rd and 9 situation. It looks like 3rd and 10, honestly. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
It'll be 3rd down and 9.
3rd and 9, they're going to mark it, actually. It's about 3rd and 9 and a half. So it's like, I don't know how you want to really say that. It's 10 yards. They have to go 10 yards. Here's rolling out to his left, McLaughlin. Throws the ball down the field, and Mickens almost caught that one. But a big disruption there, and a lot of chirping going on, but that's looks to be number 39 of the Salisbury defense. It's Kyle O'Mac.
Broken up by number 39. Kilo Mack.
And they're going to go for it. McLaughlin will stay out there. 4th and 9.
Aggressive offensive play right there.
Ryan Muller at the pressure.
4th and 10. They're going to go for it. Interesting move. I mean, there's not so many drives left. This is a slow one here. 7:41 left in the 3rd, and you need to score 3 to 4 times potentially. So you got to do everything you can to get on the board. So here's the big play. This could be a game breaker. McLaughlin in the gun. Pressure coming, and he's sacked! The Salisbury defense gates right after him, and you guessed it, that's number 2. It's Casey Counts getting back there, disruptive all day long. And there is a flag now, potentially another tough penalty for Salisbury if it's roughing the passer. Let's check it out. Discussion from the referees right now. This would be huge for the Red Hawks if they're able to get this one.
Down and McLaughlin was sacked in the play by number 2, Casey Counts. Number 44, Ryan Muller.
By the look of things, the Salisbury offense is back on the field. So it's going to be Salisbury's ball. But they lose some yards on it. So they're going to lose yards for what looked like a targeting penalty, but they're still going to have the ball, just not where they would have gotten it without the penalty. A 15-yard loss.
Correct. You want to...
Salisbury will take over on down.
You think maybe Palazzo was making that play because the punt returns we've seen it. It looks like every time they get past the half-yard line.
It's true. So Salisbury will be starting on their own side of the field for just the 3rd time today. See some unhappy fans here yelling at the refs to quote-unquote figure it out.
And usually when we're up here, you can kind of see the fans who are yelling with all the umbrellas out there.
Don't know where it's coming from. It could be coming from anywhere. It's a wet and cold day here at Sprague.
Yeah, a little chilly. I'm cold.
I'm cold. We're all cold. No one's warm. Maybe some of those players down there are warm because they live for this, but we not anymore, man.
No.
Not anymore.
My playing days are way behind me. Actually, never.
I can't believe we used to practice and stuff like this. So, we're going to see the Salisbury offense yet again. As I'm going to go on a hunch and say the triple option is coming.
We've seen it so much today. If we see it again, I would not be shocked. I mean,
here's Hutchins now. Handoff inside. Bildstein. Goes nowhere. Montclair State defense in on that one. Nicholas Burgess.
And
In on the
Jack Player
stop.
of the Week right there.
NJ Player of the Week. Having another great season. My favorite Nick Burgess stat is the back-to-back pick sixes on homecoming. Like, who can say they've done that? Nobody.
No.
And he can.
To do it on Montclair's biggest field, yeah, it's a lot.
Another triple option. That goes nowhere. As Billstein is tackled. Looks like on that one, that's number 27. That's Omari Wilmore with the stop.
So it looks like they figured something out here. I mean, coming out of the gates, Montclair is not letting that triple option get past them.
Not at all. They've only gained 2 yards. It's the 3rd and 8 now. Big potential play here for the Redhawks. They're able to get one more stop.
A little bit of a good morning, good afternoon, and good night if they can get them out here.
Hutchins now dropping back. Here comes a pass. Over now. Oh, dropped right through the hands there. I believe that's number 15. Yes, that is Alex Richards who caught the touchdown earlier. One goes right through his hands. The rain is slick. So now to return this kick is Zach Lewis.
My coach always used to tell me, it hit you in the worst spot, right in the hands, right in the palm of your hands.
Tucker Smack out here to punt this ball away. And Lewis deep to receive. This is a potential great field position moment right here as Montclair State lined up at the 42 is Lewis. Let's see where this ball travels. And the punt almost blocked. Real close. Lewis picks it up now, and it's going to run this one to the 48-yard line, and the Redhawks will start right near midfield. So close to being blocked there. That was Jaden Brimage almost having a play of the day for the Redhawks. So now, here's Aiden McLaughlin for another shot with 6:15 left in this 3rd quarter.
This team looks like they got a little electricity going through them. A little bit of that Red Hawk energy. That
Well, water and electricity don't mix well, so. Aiden McLaughlin now.
Give me a little bit of a science lesson up here.
We do everything around here. There's Johnny Mendez on the carry. That will be a gain of a singular yard. Mendez coming out now, along with Nazir Bryant. Second and 9, 49-yard line. McLaughlin takes the snap. Quick pass outside to Lewis, and he's got real estate, but not able to corral the ball. Loses it with the wet, slick. That ball is not easy to corral. 3rd and 9 now for the Redhawks.
We've seen we sound like broken records. I mean, I sound like a broken record, really. I mean, every time the ball slips out, it's like, well, the weather is playing the biggest factor today. I mean,
You ever seen 8 fumbles before? Actually,
Well,
it's 11 right now.
11.
It says it's 11 fumbles right now. McLaughlin dropping back, pressure coming in, and he drives one up for Wilkins, and the ball's in the air. Oh, he caught it! Clarence Wilkins with the catch! A masterful play right there. Tips it up to himself, able to come down and not lose concentration. That is the work of a phenomenal wide receiver, everybody. And now the Redhawks are in business just like that. All it takes is one play, and the Redhawks are now at the 23-yard line, marching straight in.
wonderful catch. You know, we saw that earlier. Wilkins kind of tipped it up and looked like he was trying to catch it earlier, and it falls this time. He gets it perfectly.
Beautiful play from throw it up to your best guy. That's one of your star receivers. And now he's going right back to Wilkins for a catch on the sideline. Tackled there by A.J. Butler, but still moving up at least 5 yards for the Redhawks. Now they're going to get a 2nd and 4. 2nd and 5. My mistake at the 18. Trying to get to the 13-yard line.
I don't think I've ever screamed like that on a broadcast before. That was a beautiful catch. Maybe one of Amir Lukovic's goals. But beautiful catch.
We have seen more fumbles than completed passes today, by the way. But that's the art of the rain game.
The rain game.
Here's another one. Back to Wilkins for the third time, and the ball goes down. A.J. Butler almost undercuts the route and able to disrupt the play there. Wilkins not able to make a play on that one. So now we're racing a 3rd and 4. But if you're Montclair State, you're going for it regardless because you need touchdowns. There's 4 minutes left in the third quarter. You still need a lot of points. So there's 4-down territory for the rest of the game. Almost. At least right now. Big 3rd down. 3rd and 5, not 3rd and 4. My mistake. McLaughlin takes a low snap, handoff Mendez. Mendez running to his right, looking for a way to go, and chased down right there by Salisbury's very own Javon Freeman. So,
Was there a flag?
don't see a flag. We're going to have a...
There is a flag.
There is a
Right
flag.
on the
And
flag.
it was
Yes,
his
I see
blinded
it.
in with the 10. A flag over there, but the play went to the right. Let's see what this one's on.
Sorry, I was so confused. I mean, he threw a flag. The play was on the entire other side of the field.
Looks like it's a hole in the defense. So we will be moving the Montclair State chains. It's an automatic 1st down all the way inside the 10-yard line. The ball will be placed at the 9, it looks like.
Wow.
Ball at the 9 for the Redhawks. A gift. What more could you ask for?
Beautiful gift.
So now Montclair State is got to score and then go for 2 to make it a 10-point game. Actually, no, my mistake. Kick the first field goal. That's the way. Low snap from McLaughlin, falls on it, and is going to be down there. That's an unfortunate loss of 4 yards.
You'd rather have that than a sack, though. You'd rather have that. I mean, I think the biggest enemy to Salisbury and Montclair right now is Mother Nature.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to never mention it again, but
Well,
the biggest factor right now has been the rain.
since they made it inside the 10-yard line, now it's 2nd and goal from the 14. So they have to score on this drive because they're not kicking. So 14 yards to go and few plays. Here's McLaughlin throwing to his left. And that was almost picked off in the end zone. Almost getting a hand on that one was Charles Barley. Clarence Wilkins, the intended receiver. And we'll do it over there. Can't speak. 3rd and 14 now.
Yeah, Barley looked like he might have. I mean, it was a beautiful dive, but it looked like the pass was too low for him to get, regardless of the great dive.
It's 3rd and goal at the 14.
3rd and goal from the 14-yard line. Bombs away to the end zone. McLaughlin takes a low snap, hands off Henry Lewis, running to his left, getting some blocks, and is able to still on his feet, moving forward, and we're going to see him down around the 7. Montclair State will most certainly be going for this one. 7 yards, all they need, separating them in the end zone. Got to have it here. A big run by Lewis there to pick up a giant chunk of yardage. And now it looks like they're loading up the offensive line. Bunch set on the left. Wilkins on the right. Where's McLaughlin going with this one? Let's see what Mike Palazzo has drawn up. Here's a pass to the left and looking at the right. McLaughlin being chased, and he fumbles the ball. Salisbury might pick it up. Let's see who's got it. It looks like the Seagulls have the ball. Butler seems to be complaining to the ref. regardless, whoever gets the ball, it's going to be Salisbury's ball. It doesn't matter. It
just
still
depends on where.
just depends on where. So Salisbury will have possession at the 22-yard line. Unfortunate end of that drive from the Redhawks that seemed to get gift after gift, but not able to capitalize.
Struggle. I mean, you're right. They continuously today, we've seen some pretty good opportunities. They just haven't been able to capitalize, except for that Wilkins catch in the end zone over there.
So now 2 minutes left in the third quarter, and the Seagulls will go back on the attack. The Salisbury defense has been doing some great things today, and their record doesn't really speak to how good they've played. They're 2-3 on the year. They had a 3-game losing streak, but that win against William Patterson has reignited the team, and now they're showing why they're still that good of a squad here today, as the Red Hawk offense seems to be struggling more than anything.
Yeah, I mean, 63 rushing yards for Montclair, 122 for Salisbury. They've almost doubled what Montclair has, and the triple option has been there. But the big story isn't that they're doubling it. The big story is that Montclair cannot find an opening. That drive looked really good, but I mean that last play, the O-line looked like it broke down, and McLaughlin doesn't have a chance.
The O-line is where everything starts. You don't have time. If you don't have time to make a play, how are you going to make a play? You can't.
That's true.
O-line is the start to every play, is their protection. Then after that, the receivers can do their thing, get separation. The quarterback can do his thing, look for his reads. But if the O-line's not doing the job, nothing's going to be able to happen. They are so crucial to every team. They're the most underappreciated part of every football team. Just like how Salisbury's O-line has been taking care of the triple option, as there's a great stop there. Jake Colon in there. You got Sherrod Cooper in there on the stop, and there's a loss of 3.
They found the triple option right there.
They found it all right.
I mean, they've been finding it all day now, or they've been finding it in the second half. This will be if nothing changes, this will be the first quarter that nobody scored.
With a minute 31, that just might be the case. Little jump there from Montclair State's defense, so that's an unfortunate play that's not going to go their way. Al Woods gets the stop, but unfortunately for the Redhawks, it's going to be coming back to bite them, as we saw. A little bit of an offsides. While the referees sort this all out, we're going to probably be facing a second and about 7.
You got to give it to Montclair, though. I mean, that drive looked really good. Really good compared to the first half. That was a great drive. Obviously, Salisbury kind of gave them a little bit of an opportunity there, but
it happens.
It happens.
2nd and 8 for the Seagulls. Ball on the 26-yard line. A minute left in the third quarter. Here's the option. Bildstein keeps it. And he gets the first down.
Bildstein on the carry. Alfred Woods and Jake Colon on the stop.
Alfred Woods and Jake Colon on the stop there as Bildstein goes up to the 37 of Salisbury. My mistake, the 34. My eyes don't work sometimes. Sometimes I just, I'd be saying stuff that just not true. I do a little gaslighting.
It's the glasses.
It's the glasses.
Connor Coopin is never worn glasses in front of me. But today he decides to pull them out.
It's a little secret,
And I just told everyone.
Everyone, my secret, no. But there's a handoff again. 2-yard gain for the Seagulls.
10 on the clock.
And And there's 6 seconds left in this quarter, so it's going to run out. And Salisbury leads 24-6 at the end of the third quarter. 1 to go for the Red Hawks if they want to mount a comeback. We're going to need to see 3 scores by the Red Hawks at least in this third frame, while also playing perfect defense. A lot has to go right. Salisbury just taking their time, and down on the field right now, it looks to be Ronald Clark down with an injury for the Seagulls.
Football can be a very physical sport. You wish, the best for everyone, but injuries happen. It's always be rough.
It's always tough when something like this happens. But he's heading off now under his own power with a little bit of a limp there, so it appears to be a leg injury. But it's not so bad, as clearly Clark is up and moving. He made his mark earlier today on the one kick return that was squibbed all the way back to and he turns it back to the 25-yard line. So now teams will switch sides yet again.
A little update on what's going on in Montclair sports today. Both women's and men's soccer both taking on TCNJ. Men's soccer is at TCNJ. Women's soccer was here. Women's soccer sadly lost 4-1. Men's soccer won 4-0. And of course, what's a Montclair State win without 2 goals from Lukovic?
And there is Bildstein up the middle with green grass. It's turf in front of him all the way to the 15-yard line on a massive run play that had to be a gain of, let me see if I can do math real quick, was 36 all the way to the 15, and there's a Red Hawk down on the play as well. Gigantic run there. As we have a Red Hawk down on the field. Injuries starting to pile up now for both squads. Back-to-back plays. 49-yard gain for Joey Bildstein.
It's impressive. Very impressive. They've done it a lot today. The run game has been very exceptional today for Salisbury.
Not quite sure who's down right now. Could be Amari Wilmore. I can't really see. But he's being attended to at least. So it wasn't Wilmore, that was Jalil Terrell on the ground. Making his way up now. So Salisbury will have the ball at the 15-yard line, pouncing on the end zone. Vincent, how much money? How much did you bet triple option coming next?
You can see it very likely. Very likely. What we've talked about. That's been the name of the game for Salisbury today. That's been the name of the game last year. That's the name of the game for them this year. They just, kind of dominated on that end.
Here's a handoff now to Bildstein yet again with a gain of about 7 so far with the offensive line still pushing. They're going to give him a gain of 7 to the 8.
Bildstein on the carry, Burgess and Axel slowed him down. Gain of 7 on the play. Second and 3 for the 8.
Good opportunity here for Salisbury. Another good opportunity for them. The real difference between Montclair and Salisbury in the second half is
Bildstein gets a carry right into the end zone. That's another touchdown for Salisbury. 30-6. They extend the lead, and now this one might be out of reach.
yes, it could possibly be out of reach. This is maybe Montclair's first NJAC loss on the season, but the difference that we've seen in this game to this point is that when Salisbury has opportunities, they're capitalizing. Montclair has not been able to capitalize. They haven't been able to really close down on an opportunity. It seems like every time they get the ball and they're in a good position, penalty, sack, fumble, one of those.
Samaha is on to try the extra point.
Here's Samaha for the PAT. And there it is. 31-6.
Samaha is good.
Wow. Seeing the Salisbury team just take everything Montclair gave them today, and Montclair not take everything Salisbury gave them today. Pouncing on your opportunities is a very big thing. And Montclair State was not able to really capitalize on the gifts that were given to them, the penalties, the poor field position, the muff punt. Those are things you need to take. Those are things the other team is giving you.
Yeah, and they were looking for the rushing constantly throughout the entire game, especially in that first half. They want more rushing. They need more rushing. It would be 3rd and 10. They go to the rushing. It hasn't worked. It has not worked.
Has not worked.
I mean, that's like probably the easiest way to say it. It has worked in previous times. So it's worked in previous matchups, in previous games this year. So it makes sense that they would be going to it. I mean, if you're looking at the stats, Montclair has the second most rushing yards per game, with about 150 per game. The only team above them is Salisbury, with about 165 per game. Today, defense has shut down on Montclair's rushing attempts. Salisbury actually gives up the 5th most in the NJAC. They've been doing exceptional today.
Doing exceptional today. And the rain, of course, playing a big factor. I mean, more fumbles and more completions is it's a great stat. It's a great stat.
It's a great stat. It's a great stat, and it kind of defines what's going on here today.
As Roy J catches that one for a loss of 2. The winner of today's game, the rain. And Salisbury at the moment.
Yeah,
but with 13,
there is 13 on the clock.
But to drop, they need 25 to tie, which is quite literally, they need 4 touchdowns in 13 minutes. So you understand, it's a lot. That's a lot you're asking of.
It is.
And Salisbury also gets those drives in between. So you need literally like very quick offensive drives, and you'd also need 3 and outs only and turnovers to make this possible. Which Salisbury doesn't even throw anyway, so you're not throwing an interception. And then they don't, with the rain, you're hoping for fumbles at that point. So for the Red Hawks to win this game, they'd have to go picture perfect. But as of right now, you could put it in as a Seagulls victory.
Yes, you could definitely put it in as a Seagulls victory, looking at it right now. But after this game, next week, Montclair will be on the road taking on William Patterson University.
Right there in Wayne, really, real close. So one of the closest schools in the NJAC. As there, right there, ooh, a catch. I believe that on the outside, Clarence Wilkins moving the chains for the Red Hawks.
He's been he's been a very bright spot for this team so far today.
In his few targets, he's made some great catches, including the one monstrous catch down the field earlier on. And now there's a nice little 10-yard catch right there, giving the Red Hawks their first down, starting to give them some momentum now. 37-yard line, they start. McLaughlin takes the snap, gives it over to Lewis. Gains a couple, still on his feet, makes a nice move. That's a solid run, 3 yards.
Yeah, Wilkins so far today with 3 catches, 42 yards. 42 yards, he's averaging about 14 yards.
Which is great numbers, of course, and a touchdown.
And a touchdown is the lone touchdown today.
The 28-yard pass, the incredible one from earlier. Now, see, I believe that was his 4th catch earlier over there.
Yes. Yes, it was.
So now here's Zach Lewis, not able to corral that one, and it drops yet again. Second time it's happened to Lewis with that wet ball.
Yeah.
Nothing's easy out here.
Nothing. No. This is you got to catch it, really make sure you have it, and then start moving.
So now here we are. 3rd and 6 on the 41 for the Red Hawks. Riley Nelson on the field. Here's a handoff, and Lewis is met immediately. Casey counts another stop. And here comes Michael Fitzpatrick to punt one more time.
Counts on the stop. Loss of 2 on the play. Bring up 4th down from the 39.
Fitzpatrick with another punt, gets that one off. A.J. Butler now going to let this one roll, and the Red Hawks will down it inside the 25. It's Cole Masser. So here comes another chance for Salisbury. 11 minutes. Run the ball out. Just burn clock. There's literally nothing more they have to prove. They did it. They came in here, showed their way of football is still a way of football that works, especially against this Montclair State defense. 31-6. They're not going to attempt another pass for the rest of the game, straight up.
You could, yeah.
So they've actually changed quarterbacks now. Salisbury is number 14 in the game. That's Gage Katzenel. Gage Katzenel Hall in the game for
And
Salisbury.
If you're Coach Palazzo from Montclair, do you go to a new QB? Do you look for someone else? Do you know?
At this point, yeah, why not start letting some players get some reps, see what you can do offensively and defensively.
I mean, we saw in homecoming, Sanborn gets taken out because they were kind of in a position here where, they were in Salisbury's position. But you could do it the other way, too. I mean, 10 minutes left on the clock, you can definitely bring in someone, get them a little experience, see what they can do out there.
Fletcher gains a little much there, and at this point, especially if you're Salisbury, now when you have the win intact, you've seen a couple players get hurt already. Let the kids play that don't get that much time right now, and that's what they're doing. They're letting QB2 get some reps, while offensive other skill players are still in the game. For them is a 3rd and 9. Dropping back right now. Montclair State defense swarming, and there's a sack from the Red Hawks. So here comes the punt. Punt team going out there. You're going to see Zach Lewis return this one.
Maybe potentially a blocked punt here.
If you get a block punt touchdown, that's a play. That's certainly a play.
It's a play. It could potentially get to the point, if you keep on fighting, you can see a little bit more of a break here. You can see a little bit more of a tear. You can see a little bit more of a game.
So here's Tucker Smack to smack this ball away. Guaranteed nobody laughed at that one. But that punt goes sky high. Bounces in favor of Montclair State. And able to down that one is Ben Maley. My mistake, Noah Christensen was punting there. So another Red Hawks start on the Salisbury side of things. McLaughlin coming back out. 45 yards to go. 8:56 left in this one. McLaughlin takes the snap, handoff. Mendez runs to his left, and he finds a little gap right there, able to get a few. That's about 5. Mendez up to the 35 now.
So Coach Palazzo has kept McLaughlin out there. I gotta take back my answer, actually. If I'm Coach Palazzo, I would leave McLaughlin out there. If he's your second string, and you know.
Yeah, he's
Sample
still, exactly.
comes
He's
back.
still getting reps. Yeah, this is still exactly. Mendez with another carry. Gets a few. 3rd and 2.
Mendez on the carry. Parker on the stop. Gain of 3 on the play. And it's 3rd and 2 at the 32.
Third and 2. McLaughlin handoff Mendez one more time. Mendez trying to stretch it outside. Gets the first down. Still on his feet. And now a couple Seagulls converge. Get the stop, but it's a first down for the Redhawks. Now at this point, you see clock is just burning. 7:30. No team is going to throw the ball now. It's just run.
You're going to see a lot of moves. A lot of moves, you know. Nothing too out of the ordinary here. Standard procedure for any football game.
Both
That
teams
is-
are accepting fate as of right now, barring any miracles. So,
Hey. Anything can happen.
but yeah, it's run, run, run. Here comes a Henry Lewis draw. Gain of 3. Under the 7-minute mark now. As the rain did not stop one bit today.
No. I mean, it's been very consistent. Which you like to see from a team, but you don't really like to see them from the weather.
Henry
like-
Lewis draw incoming, by the way. But yes, keep going.
If Montclair loses this game, this will be the second largest. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Never mind. I was reading the wrong statistic.
I was reading
there.
the wrong statistic there, guys. Salisbury's winning streak will extend to 8 on
It will
Montclair
extend
State,
to 8.
and that will give them the all-time lead 9-8. That would tie Montclair State's winning streak of 8, which were the previous. That first game changed everything.
It really did. And this, but if they lose today, my point is that this is the largest margin for the loss for Montclair, which you don't really like to see. But
So in the new era of Montclair State versus Salisbury, since 2015 they've played every season, and Salisbury has won every time. But before that, it was 8 straight for the Redhawks. And now here's a pass to Clarence Wilkins. Did he come down with it inbounds? It's going to say out of bounds. The ref says out of bounds there. So it's going to be 4th down and 5. I said they weren't going to throw a pass. I was incorrect. They did throw a pass, and they're going to throw one more right now. It's my guess, of course, but 5:32 left in the game.
go for it.
Yeah, they've been going for it.
What do you got to lose?
You got absolutely nothing to lose. 4 receiver set. Mendez in the backfield. McLaughlin right to Wilkins. Not able to catch that ball. Great defensive play right there. A.J. Butler on the coverage. Also with him there is Patrick Scheel. So we will see the Salisbury offense take over at, I believe, the 21-yard line.
Yeah, and Wilkins just looked like he got taken down from behind. Didn't see it coming. He's sitting down right now.
Yeah, Wilkins did get hit from behind there. And now with 5:25 left, here comes triple option, triple option, triple option, and triple option. Next 4 plays, calling it.
There's 3 things in life: death, taxes, and
Salisbury triple option.
triple option.
Bildstein takes the carry. Doesn't get too much there. Burgess and others converge.
Bildstein on the carry, tackled by Burgess and Wilmore. Gain of 2 on the play, 2nd and 8.
5 minutes left now. All right, so that's 1 triple option down. So my 3 more.
And we talked about Montclair's next matchup. Salisbury's next matchup is Rowan. I said it in the pregame way earlier. But Salisbury continues their streak of not losing to a New Jersey school. They have not lost to a New Jersey school back since 2016. That's a crazy statistic right there. But the school to beat them in 2016 was Rowan. So anything's possible.
They take on Rowan next Saturday.
Mm-hmm. And then they'll have their homecoming against TCNJ. A little bit later than ours.
Last year around the same time, though. Last year, Montclair State's homecoming around Halloween. This year, we did our thing a few weeks ago. So much fun.
It really was.
And there's a fumble now. The ball is on the ground. Let's see who comes up with this one. Redhawks signaling they have it. And they do. The Redhawks take possession yet again at the 30. But with 3:53 left, it's just, just playing to play right now. Homecoming was one of the most fun things I think of. That's the most fun work ever. Because that was work for us.
It was extremely hard work, but it was so worth it. I mean, I think you and me can definitely talk about.
Yeah, when things went right, it was so fun.
I remember having Connor ask me, "What'd you ask me?" I was on the sideline, we were just talking to each other for a little bit. It was a great experience, and on camera it looks like we're the heroes, but the real heroes are behind the camera.
That's a fact. That's an absolute fact. As McLaughlin steps up in the pocket, takes one shot at the end zone, and we have a Redhawks touchdown, everybody. Anthony Roger catching one in the end zone, and just like that, it's now 31-12 Seagulls.
That was a great touchdown, great pass. I mean, it looked really solid. Great catch by Roger.
No rain stopping that one from coming down.
And you like to see, the guys are probably a little bit more loose now. The game, sadly, it's too little, too late.
Listen, man, onside kicks can go crazy. You never know.
They can go crazy. But, if you get one, that's great. Look at, you're doing great.
Now here they're going for two. Pitch over to Mendez, and he's met by the Salisbury defense. In on that stop, number 53, that's Chase Lomax. So 31-12. Salisbury leads. 3:44 to go in the game. Now, will they onside kick it? They should. They should. I'm here for it.
Go for it.
Let me see an onside kick for Montclair State. Give the people what they want.
Fans are here to see it. We're here to see it. Let's make it happen.
Kicking team heading out.
Yeah, we were talking about it a little bit before the drive, but Salisbury will have their homecoming against TCNJ, which Montclair and Salisbury have in common that they both versus TCNJ.
TCNJ has, I guess they
just walk into homecomings left and right.
They walk into homecomings left and right. And they will do the onside kick. Here's Casimir with the onside. And the Redhawks got it! They got the onside kick. It looks like it's been recovered by Montclair State. Let's see who's coming over from the pile. From here, looked like David Haywood fell on that ball. Let's see who's got it.
They're going to point. It'll be Salisbury's ball.
Referee's looking to signal. Oh, Salisbury does have it. I could have sworn Haywood came up with that ball there, but no. Would have loved to see an onside kick on my debut of football this year.
But that was a very good kick. A very good attempt.
Almost saw everything. They saw a muff punt, followed by a block punt and return for a touchdown. Saw a great catch. Saw 11 fumbles. 11 fumbles is a number you'll never forget. Actually, the number has now climbed to 16.
And it's been it's definitely been the name of the game today.
It's the rain
weather.
day. It's the rain day.
I mean, there's the flu game, and then there's the rain game.
3:38 to go. Triple option. Keep it on moving. Salisbury going right through the heart of Montclair State's defense. That's Hunter Cruz.
26 Hunter Haruz on the carry. Cologne and Cooper.
The clock's going to keep on running over there. We're just
It's time for the triple option to put this one to bed. 3-minute mark. Clocking in right now. Here's more triple option. Quarterback keeps it himself. Gage, Katzenel Hall.
Gage, Katzenel Hall on the carry.
Katzenel Hall was stopped there, though.
Cologne trips him up.
Jake Cologne been all over for Montclair State's defense. 3rd and 3 for the Seagulls. Little pitch outside. Fumble again, and that time Montclair State falls on it. There's fumble number 17, and the Red Hawks have it.
no pile there. That one was clearly Montclair State's ball. They're going to walk away with that one. See if they can get maybe one more good drive here.
2:13, down 19.
Hey, as Yogi Berra said, who's not an alumni of Montclair, but his
He
museum
has a
is on
stadium
Montclair
here and a
Stadium.
museum.
It ain't over till it's over.
Into the game now is Zia Bryant. And Aiden McLaughlin will get one more shot at it. Dropping back is McLaughlin. Here's the pass. Going for Bryant. And the ball's tipped up in the air. Nobody comes down with it. And there's a flag. We might have pass interference all the way down the field. Offense seems to be moving all the way up. We're going to have pass interference on the Salisbury defense with 2:05 left. Let's see if it's pass interference or defensive holding. Look at pass interference there.
What do we got?
So not pass interference, but there's a 15-yard penalty on the field. So now the Red Hawks have more possession. Here's McLaughlin rolling out to his right. And there's a catch by Roy J. So now, it's for having 17 fumbles. They're probably counting every single muff snap in there as
I
well.
think
Yeah,
they
it
are.
can't. It
Yeah.
can't. It wasn't 17. Straight up fumbles. Every low snap, all that has been in there, which has been all over the place. Here's McLaughlin now throwing once again. There's Lewis, and it goes right through his hands again. Stopping the clock at 1:42.
McLaughlin trying to get potentially number 3 on his night. Which you'd like to see.
Incomplete, so it'll be 2nd and 10.
McLaughlin, 13 for 27, 126 yards, 2 touchdowns. Only taking 2 sacks though.
He's done, for his starting debut on the year. He's
And there's sack number 3. So with the announcer jinx, strikes again, and so does Frank Giannetti, getting into the backfield.
It always happens.
So now we got a 3rd and 17 for the Red Hawks.
Red Hawks will use their first timeout of the second half.
And timeout taken by Montclair State.
Loss of 7 on the play. It'll be third down from the 40.
So, Vincent, how long will this final minute 35 take?
That's a good question. I think this one's going to go a little bit faster than the one in the
First half.
second quarter. But it's not as much how long it's going to last. It's what's Montclair going to do with this minute and a half. You know, this isn't as much a, let's go for it. Let's see what we can really do. This is more of, all right, listen. This is a loss. This is okay. You know, 2-1 in the NJAC is not 0-3. All right, you're not 0-3. You're not 1-2. You're 2-1. That's okay. That's a fine position to be in. You'd obviously rather be in the 3-0 position, but you got 2 more matchups coming up next. Obviously, Rowan will be a hard one, and then Christopher Newport, and then you end it with Muhlenberg. This is a time for really Coach Palazzo and all of Montclair, including McLaughlin out there, to really find what's going to work, find how it's going to work, find what's new.
In time like this, just testing things out now. This game is over.
This is just seeing what works with what doesn't really work with what. Let's try. I saw this worked in last game. Let's see if it works now or if it was just a one and done kind of thing. It's okay. You can blame it on the weather, but Coach Palazzo is not going to blame this on the weather. This is no excuses. It's a loss. It's a loss in the books. The books do not say that it was raining out today.
That's a fact, yeah.
It'll say that it was as sunny as could be.
McLaughlin's pass incomplete there. On 4th down, Salisbury is going to take over.
10 days before Roche is incomplete. Salisbury will take over 1st and 10 on down.
If Sanborn comes back ready next week, you could potentially see, something new, some different opportunities. You wonder if, McLaughlin kind of struggled a little bit because Montclair State's offense has gotten so used to, how Sanborn throws, his accuracy, his, what he can go to. And, McLaughlin might not have that exact set of skills, and he might have some different skills, and that can trip you up sometimes.
Here's some more triple option now. Didn't work out as well that time. Red Hawk defense all over that one. Jake Colon in the stop there. Katzenel Hall didn't get all of it. But as the game winds down, Salisbury is going to improve to 3-3, and Montclair State is going to drop to the same record.
Yeah, you're still in a better spot than you were last year. It's not a win in any book, including my own, but you walk away with a little bit more experience. McLaughlin has a little bit more experience in his back pocket.
His first real start where he actually got to, play football.
Exactly. Coach Palazzo has, you got a second string that, if I have to put him out there, I'm not scared. I really have to put him out there because he's already done it once.
Done it once, and now he's been given a true test of what he can do. It's only going to get better from here on out.
Yeah. That goes for everything. I mean, that's just a way of life. Like, I was on, we have our show Inside the Nest.
Yeah.
I was on that, and I struggled a little bit. But one and done. You're in and out. You'll find, what works, what really doesn't work, and that's what McLaughlin's going to do out there. That's what Coach Palazzo is going to look for in McLaughlin.
And the game takes down. 0's on the clock. Salisbury comes into Sprague Field and takes down the Red Hawks 31-12. The Seagulls win. Connor Cupid alongside Vincent Picone. And man, the triple option is not a dead way of playing the football game.
No, we said it earlier. 3 things guaranteed in life. Guaranteed after this game in life. Death, taxes, and that you better bet Salisbury is running that triple option. They did it last year. They do it this year. This last year, they had only 5 completions in the entire game. This year, they said, let's move that number down a little bit. They only have 2 completions and only 3 attempts. They were running the ball the entire game. You wonder if weather kind of goes into that, but it was mostly that triple option that just, it was working really good that first half. Montclair kind of clamped down on it in the second half, but it was too little, too late, sadly.
So for Salisbury, next they'll take on Rowan next week, and Montclair State taking on William Patterson next Saturday at 1 p.m. But for the Red Hawk Sports Network, I'm Connor Cupid alongside Vincent Picone. Signing off, don't go anywhere. More sports coming at you.